Hi, friends. This is the read aloud of pages 4 and 5 of Divided Loyalties. You will need your book for this assessment. If you don't, then you can use this read aloud and the pictures of the text. All right, so let's look at this first part on page 4. It is the introduction. Colonies or country? Before it became a country, America was made up of 13 colonies. These colonies were ruled by Great Britain. The colonists followed British laws and paid British taxes. They were also citizens of Great Britain, but they could not vote in the British government. Some colonists, called patriots, felt that this was unfair. The patriots wanted to set up their own government with their own laws. Other colonists, called loyalists, were proud to be part of Great Britain. In the 1770s, Burlington, New Jersey was caught up in these questions of loyalty. There and elsewhere, the conflict between patriots and loyalists divided friends, and families. This is a map that is on page 5. Divided Loyalties takes place in New Jersey, which we see highlighted here, and it also shows you the colonies that surround New Jersey. New York, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, Connecticut, Massachusetts, so that you have an idea of where the events take place. These were the surrounding colonies in the 1700s, and down here in the inset, you can see all 13 colonies and where New Jersey was. And last, spread across pages 4 and 5, is a timeline. Notice that the timeline says before the American Revolution. So that's letting you know that the events on this timeline happened before the American Revolution. Here we have a picture of what the first American flag looked like. It had 13 stripes and 13 stars to signify the 13 colonies. All right, so let's look at the events. It starts at 1762 to then 1763. In 1764, we have our first event, which is where Britain passes the Sugar Act. In 1765, Britain passes the Stamp Act. Moving on down to 1767, Britain passes the first Townshend Acts. Then in 1770, the Boston Massacre takes place, which we learned about when we read American Revolution Part 1. In 1773, Britain passes the Tea Act and the Boston Tea Party takes place. In 1774, Britain passes the Intolerable Acts and the First Continental Congress meets. By 1776, the Declaration of Independence is created, and a man named Thomas Paine publishes his pamphlet Common Sense. Now, again, these are the events that led up to the American Revolution, so kind of all the things that led to that war starting and happening based on the conflict between Britain and the colonies.